I'm doing this impromptu, so I don't know how well this will or will not go over, but I want to talk about why veterans commit suicide. Last I heard it was 22 a day or something. Um, the VA sucks, and this is because it's ran by the government. Um, you have had veterans do things like commit suicide, commit suicides in parking lots of VA facilities after being turned away from care. And so I just did a video about how the VA told me I can't go in to the VA facility because I won't wear a mask because I got an infection in my eye. I had to look up what a sty was because I miraculously never had one in my life until I had to wear a face shield because I wouldn't wear a mask that day and figured I'll try my one compromise to wear your face shield. Went home that night and got a sty in my eye. I thought it was a pimple. Again, I've never had anything like that before. Put a mask on another time because I didn't want to not get my daughter's dental or medical. I think it was dental. I keep saying I forget. So I put a mask on and got cellulitis on my chin, almost died. So I'm not going to wear a mask anymore. Again, in all of this, I want to say I wore a mask 6 times. And I want to say half of those were because it was my daughter's dental, where again, at the time, it wasn't an option. And in the beginning of all this, where literally there was such the scare that you had to do it. And I'm like, I have to get food and toilet paper and stuff like that. So I remember that's what was so chaotic. Again, talking about the anxiety and stress of disabled veterans and all of this. I had to do these just big shopping garb giant things because I'd put on a mask and I'm only doing it one time. And I remember just loading up so much stuff, and it was such a balance because of the perishable aspect of it. And I don't like to buy cans of ravioli and preserved foods. So I had to, and it was an awful balance. Now, in January, they told me not to get the COVID vaccine when I was at the VA. So what I have to look forward to is people telling me that because I'm so stupid, I should just shut up and wear a mask. So I can't do and get in access to some things in some places. Well, dummy, now because you're so stupid and can't get vaccinated, we're also going to make you pay. If I was in New York right now, I would be fired from a job. I would not be allowed to take my kids places. I don't know if I can fly anywhere. Now, for context, I will not wear a mask and I would opt out of a COVID vaccination anyway. But this is from the VA telling me this. So the VA tells me not to get the vaccine, so I get to look forward to when they mandate that. And I can't wear a mask because one of the time I was in the hospital and almost died in that VA hospital because of having to put on a mask to get my kids' medical stuff. But now, that time I was there for my COVID infection, for my cellulitis infection, I went in there and the first thing they said was, "You got to put a mask on." And I said, again, I'll try to, I keep forgetting, I'll put a picture on. I pointed to my chin and I said, "No, stupid. No, I don't, because it's common sense and logic that I should not put it, something over an infected part." Now I compromised and put the mask. I would get a mask and I would hold it like this. I figured that was a compromise. Didn't touch my face. Went in there, got my treatment. They sucked and almost killed me. Sent me out Saturday morning as early as they could because they didn't want to have any people have to get paid overtime because I wasn't a COVID patient. There was no money in it. We got to get that COVID money, son. Get out. Sent me home on Saturday, and I almost, I had a panic attack on the floor and called 911. Now, I'm having pain in my neck. I have sarcoidosis. Part of my condition is I say my body overreacts to a cold as if it's something major. I get tired and exhausted. Occasionally, my lymph nodes under my armpits and here specifically will get sore and tender. The problem is because I don't know if it's a cold or COVID, my body reacts the same way. My body just over sick. So launch the nukes at it. So I wanted to go in, and I called Thursday night because I should have called earlier. to get the actual VA facility, but I don't want to go because of what all of this I'm talking about. So I call after hours, make an appointment. Then I called another triage to just say, I can't wear a mask based on all this. I'm not going to. Is that okay? Last time I wore a mask, the lady said yes. I said, can you please have, because again, then she says, well, this is triage. Well, she didn't say it as if it was in reference, but I know after hours they send you to the phone banks. So I said, can you put in there to have them call me in the morning, specifically the VA in Detroit, so I can just make sure? Because I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I'd rather not drive down there, save the gas and time, than go there and deal with the headache. So she calls me. That was the video prior. I'll link it, where they told me I need to wear a mask. The lady hung up on me and canceled my appointment. So this is the stress, and these are when people talk about if this was a mental health aspect of it or something on top of it, this is why the VA pushes people like me to kill ourselves. Now, my doctor calls after they canceled my appointment on this Friday, says you can come in later in the day. You can put a mask over your face like you said. At that point, in fact, I didn't check the voice. I turned off my phone, checked the voicemails later. But he says I could do that. Now, so I have my doctor saying you can come with your mask on and get looked at. But my doctor's not going to be there at the VA when I go there. I'm going to see someone at the door when I walk in from the parking lot, someone when I get down from the escalator to the main door where they check you. Then there's a testing facility where they actually have, again, at least this is when I was there in January, where they will make you check you for a mask, do your temperature, I think in your ear or head or whatever. At each point, I'm going to have to explain to these people, no, my doctor says you are wrong. I'm going to have to potentially, if say my doctor's not there that day, he's in a conference, they can't get a hold of him. I'm going to have to deal with maybe getting police called on me in a federal building. Maybe nothing happens. Maybe I just get arrested and it all blows over because oh yeah, his doctor said it's okay. Let him out of the back of the car. Or if you already took him to jail, if you already threw him on his face, he has breathing issues. So maybe you threw him on his back and, oh, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh, another one of these idiots. He has sarcoidosis and has compromised breathing, but no big deal. I don't want to roll the dice with that. I'm not going to go through the headache. I'm not. What? I would potentially go there and now get sick with COVID from people who think they're vaccinated and can't spread things. From a fake that doesn't vaccinate people, it just helps them. It's treatment. When did treatment become a vaccine? I may die from whatever's wrong with me, but I'd rather do that right now than go and deal with the headache, the potential anxiety. I know what's not going to happen. I know what is not going to happen, and I'm going to end it here. This is what will never happen. I'm not going to go there and say, my doctor said it's okay. I don't have to wear a mask because of my medical conditions. What's not going to happen is they're not going to say, okay, go see doctor. I'm not going to say his name. Go on back. That's not going to happen. Cheers.